Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Music Scrap, the musical scrapper. It's a nice, warm, temperature-breaking day here on the east coast of Canada. It's not record-breaking for Moncton, but for parts a little west of us, they're breaking heat records. Yesterday, we had like 94 with the Humidex. So I'm going to have to get my air conditioner put in my window very soon. So we're recording live here on ustream.tv/channel/music scrap. So you will hear me talking to a live chat. I'm cleaning up from a little water spill here, so just trying to dry off my table so my cardstock won't get. And so we'll be chatting I'll be chatting with my friends in the box, my fibs, in the live chat. So please just listen along on the recording or fast forward or head on over to another stream. We don't edit most of us don't edit our streams when we upload them to YouTube because it's a very long process to try and do that. Plus, I talk too much and I talk while I'm working, so you would miss out a lot if I took out all the talking. So I think I'll cut a couple of these. This is 9x12 Bristol. The front got wet, but it didn't really get wet on the inside. So, wow, they don't want to come out. That's strange. There. It's alright, they will get cut down for cards anyway. So they're 9x12, so I will cut it at 4.5. I do ignore Eileen especially. Hi, CB. Oh. Should be 6. Oh, that's all right. Doesn't matter what size it is. I can take that end off that all ripped. It's going to be a card at some point anyway. Oops. There. 4.5. Hey TMT, hello. Carol. Everyone's used to me being so late that when I'm on time, it throws everyone for a loop. Of course, I was on time, and then I was busy doing something, and then I spilled my water jar. And, anyway. I totally forgot I moved it over there. I did have it on the other side of my desk, and I totally forgot I moved it. And, of course, it's clear, so I didn't even see it. Okay, so I've got a baggie here. I was looking for gosh, I'm still, every time I pick things up, I'm finding water. One moment. Another little piece of water here that I have to pick up. Ooh. Oh, my watercolor paper is all wet. Eesh. It should dry okay. Some of it's cardstock and it's a disaster. All the stuff that I cut off when I cut my paper down to go in the printer, I usually keep for testing colors. Okay. Okay, so I got my Versamark, I've got cardstock, I've got some embossing powders, I've got my Oxides, I've got some stamps, and I have a sponge set aside for each color, and I've got a tool here. I was looking for my Velcro dots so that I could put these on the bottom of my Inkpads, but I couldn't find it. Alright, so I'm going to start with what color combo? Let's see. Okay, I think I'll start with this one. So I'm going to use Wilted Violet and Broken China. This is the first time I'm using my Inkpads, so first time I'm using these inks. Yay, Carol. Yeah. I know, Judy, right? Oop. Dry between colors. Dry what between colors, Eileen? No, I saw it, Eileen. There's a leg. I just don't know what you mean by dry. Dry what between layers? Between colors, I mean. This is my first time playing. Oh, dry the color. But then it won't blend, Eileen, if you dry the color. going to be a learning curve. Don't know if I'm going to like these as much as the regular Distress. I mean, I love the chalky color. I love the bright color. All right, now my plan is you get the Oxide if you dry each color. I thought you only get the Oxide if you wet. I'm not wetting yet. We'll see. I have a plan. Eileen may not be able to read my mind to know my plan. So, alright, so now I need okay, I think I'm going to start with a background stamp on this one. I have a plan, Eileen. We'll see. But Eileen, I thought, yeah, okay, on the next one, I'll dry each color. Gosh, darn it. Alright, I'm going to use the stone wall. Hey, Carrie Ann. Hey, Kimberly. Hi, Rebecca. It's my Martha Stewart, but it's missing one of the little legs, so I have to use it backwards. But it's my biggest press, so. What I'm going to do is, oh, a very dirty ink pad. I guess I got my dirty Versamark pad out. Oh well. I thought it was my clean new one, but it isn't. Thanks, Judy. I have a plan before I spritz it with water, just in case you're wondering, folks. I hope so, Eileen. Apparently they're already shipped in the UK because they didn't win the suit outside the US, so. Alright, so now I need to put, you need a piece of paper. So This is all bent up anyway, so I'll use this piece of cardstock. Yes, they're like half the price of the Misty. So this is Judikins clear embossing detail embossing powder. Forgot to use my little powder tool, dang it all. And my all right. Oh, wow, Bunny. Do you like it? Denise, she sued We Are Memory Keepers, and who's the other one? And the Tim Holtz one, yes. But he made changes so that he could sell his. So my plan is that underneath the embossing powder, once I spritz my card, underneath the embossing powder, it's going to stay bright, and the rest will get that nice oxide. Well, they call it oxidation. It's technically not oxidation, but anyway, that white chalky look. It's chalkification. The chalk from the well, I would get the Misty if she would charge a decent amount for it. I'm not paying $92 plus tax for it. I refuse to. I think at least when he created his, he made quite a few changes to it. That's like saying Chevy can't make a car because Ford was the first one to make cars, or whatever way it happened. I mean, there were some companies that made absolutely any changes to it, and perhaps that was wrong, but I thought he made some great creative changes. Exactly, Bunny. Exactly. You can take it off, switch it over to switch from your mounted to unmounted stamps. Love that. That was my big thing. Because I know if I have the Misty, I'm going to lose the stupid foam thing that you have to use for your clear stamps. I know I'm going to lose it because it's separate. That's what I loved about his when I saw his. All right, so now I have that brick wall there. So now I'm going to take my bottle. I'm going to have a piece of paper towel ready here. Well, he wasn't the first, Eileen. He waited 2 years before he even took his out. We are memory keepers, and the other ones were out way before his came out. He didn't do it any worse than anyone else. Okay, May, see you later. So now I'm going to spritz. And you can see the, oops, hold on. I really don't see in this one any difference from if I spritzed it in with his regular. You would get that white look too. I don't know. But you can see how it stayed brighter underneath the yes, Hampton Arts. That's right. The Hampton Arts one and the We Are Memory Keepers. There. Bunny, stop it. No more elephant talk. So that turned out cool. Let's see if I am just going to put my stamps that I use in a bin here. And then I'll put them all away at the end. I should have an empty bin, but within my reach, I'm not sure. I've got lots of empty bins. No, that one's not empty. Oh, hold on. There's... Oh, that's not empty either. Huh. Well, isn't that something? Got lots of empty bins. They're just out of my range here. Out of my reach. Just want to take the time to put them all back away. Oh. Okay, I'll throw them in here. Alright. All the stamps I use I'll throw in there. Alright. I want to use a flower stamp and a plant stamp. I think I'll use this stamp here. Let's see. use this. Maybe a couple of butterflies. Oops. And I want a word. Elephant that looks like rocks. It's the other way around, silly. It's a rock that looks like an elephant. All right. Smile. I thought I had bloom in that set. I could do love. It's nice and big. I want a nice, thick, chunky word. Bliss would work. Let's do bliss. Thought I had bloom there too, but all right. Oh, Mindy. Well, you know that I'm always a tell it like it is person, and I just happen to like his stamp press. But you know me, like I'm not gonna pay what they charge for his paint just because it has his name on it. So you do know that I say things for what they are. All right, I want. I think I'm going to put that with that. Let's see what happens. Oh, I've already lost my... Oh, there it is. I'll stick them in here. All right, so Eileen, what were you telling me about the colors? Explain it to me again, please. What do you want me to do? You want me to draw in between each layer? I'm gonna do this way, I think. All right, Eileen. Eileen, tell me what to do. Dry between layers. Okay. We'll see if that does anything different. But I don't want any oxidation, Eileen, until I'm finished my stamping. All right, well, I'll do it this way. Okay, so dry between layers. Okay, so I'm going to start with this in the middle. No, I'm going to do this. All right. So Eileen's telling me to dry between colors. All right, so I'm going to dry this. So that is fossilized amber. This is faded jeans. Yeah, I'm trying to remember to do that, Eileen, to put the lids back on as I go. I know I forgot with the blue one, but I'm trying to remember that. Especially since I have a fan on behind me. It's not really blowing on them, it's blowing on my back, my side. But I did get blue on there. It's hard to keep them completely separate. I need a little bit also of the darker green, the olive or whatever it is. Peel paint. I think I need a little bit of that too. Uh-oh. I was gonna say, who saw where I put my bag of... I forgot to dry the blue. Dang it, Eileen. It's strange because I would have thought they would have blended better if I'll go back and I obviously need more practice with the whole blending thing. Thanks, Rebecca. Okay, let me go back and fix this. Now that it's dry, let's try and fix this blending. All right. See, Xandra last night was getting great blending, but she was blending with a baby wipe, and I don't want to wet it yet until I get my stamping and embossing done, so. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this along the bottom. Now I want to do my stamping again, like I did last time. Now I guess I'll put these in the bag. It's pretty easy to tell which color's which. They're not that close. The ones that they're all different, totally different colors. The ones that they put out this time. Okay, so let's actually, the block I want's out already. Okay. Yep, honey, you are correct. It does blend better when you dry the previous color. Which is different than most other. Okay. And I'm going to put the word bliss right above the flower. there was a little dark paint. That's the thing when you don't clean your stamps. If you use Versamark, it's the only ink that'll lift up your permanent. Like if I use my archival inks, I just stamp off. I don't usually clean them. But your Versamark will pick up your archival inks and your permanent inks. Alright, so this little butterfly, I am going to put on the bliss. Oh, for heaven's sakes, I stamped it freaking upside down. Well, that's fun. What will remove Versamark? Let's see if the baby wipe will take it off or not. It's gonna ruin my, of course I can always put more ink down. Alright, let's get my inks back. Mostly, I'm just going to take the blue because I think the blue will cover up my mess better. Alright, let's see if I can fix it. Well, I guess, okay, I'm gonna have to do this one again. I guess I'm just going to do this, and then I'll have to just cut it in strips and, hold on, squeeze. Because even the flower got ruined. Oh. Welcome back, Bunny. It's too fine. Okay, so I think I need to put some on my hands and drop it maybe. Because this is a really fine mist sprayer. I really don't like splots, so I'm not gonna like this. But anyway. I'll find a way to use some of the strips or something. Alright, let's try that again. Plus, I'm going to do my yellow differently. And I'm just going to use the peeled paint. I am not going to use the cracked pistachio for grass. It's just... There it is. No, Debbie is not streaming tonight. Her arm is too sore. You know what, Eileen? I like the colors. I really like the colors. I think I like them before they oxidize, though. I love their pure, bright, chalky color. I love the colors, but I like them better before they saturate. No, Debbie overdid it with her arm on the weekend, so she's not going to stream. Okay, so let's try this again. All right. I'm like, where's my card? Here it is. Oops, I got fluffies on it. Okay. Yeah, but it's not, Aaron, it's not chalky. It doesn't feel like chalk at all. And it's not chalky looking in the same way as, you know, the pastel chalks are chalky. They're just more, because the thing is, he's using bright colors. It's just that they're more solid. They're not as transparent. I really like them. Well, exactly, Rebecca. You don't have to oxidize them. Okay, so I'm going back to these three colors. So my fossilized amber, my faded jeans, and my favorite peeled paint. So I'm going to do the blue first because I think I want to blend the yellow into the blue. And I'm going to leave a sun area instead of the whole corner. Because I'm not a huge fan of, like, the pastel-y chalks. Because, like Dee Dee, I don't like that scratchy feeling. I was so glad when the school I teach in here, they did huge renovations the year that I moved to the school, actually. And we all got whiteboards. And, I'll tell you, I was, like, so excited that they got rid of the chalk. Boards. Well, first of all, I'm allergic to chalk dust, but slightly. Alright, so now I'm going to dry that before I do the yellow. Yeah, they would be nice with the glazing medium, I think, Eileen. Yeah, they would. I'm trying to kind of create a little scene here. I wonder if I dry and do another layer, if it works like, probably not transparent enough to work like watercolors to build up more color. I'm drying. I didn't dry the yellow because I wasn't going to blend with the yellow, so that's why I didn't bother drying the yellow. The blue was dry. So I wonder if I dry and I add more of the green, can I build up a darker layer? Oh, yes, I can. Look at that. Make that one hill look like it's closer. Okay. So let's dry really well before I stamp. And this time I'm going to make sure I stamp Bliss the right way up, not upside down. They go on nice and smooth on this Bristol too. Really nice. Happy Diane has them, and she said she likes them on the Bristol for her cards. So I figured, can't go wrong if Happy Diane likes them. Yeah, she tweeted Mindy. She's okay. She's just very bored at her mother's. Very bored. She wants to do art, but I don't think she can sit long enough to do art yet anyway, but she's tweeted that she was getting very bored. Alright, so now I'm going to make sure everything is nice and dry, because I forgot this on my first one, so I'm going to use my powder tool here. The nice thing about this one, I don't think I'll ever use enough of it to ever have to refill it, because there's a lot of powder in there. But you can just take the top off and refill it with powder or cornstarch yourself. So this just makes sure my Versamark, in case any of that is still wet. All right. So, and I am going to see if I can clean off some of that bliss there, because I really don't want it dark. I have another plan too, that to use background stamps in a different way on this without the embossing powder. I'm going to do that next. I think I'll do it with browns because my idea might show up best with browns. We'll see. I have a plan, and I haven't seen anyone else do my plan that I'm going to do next. But doesn't mean someone else hasn't done it. I just haven't seen any videos with someone doing it. So we'll see. I don't claim to invent anything. Like I say, I haven't really seen anyone use air dry clay to create rocks on a mixed media canvas either, but I got the idea from, what's the girl's name? Abisimo? What's her name? Eileen? What's the artist's name? She did it on a mixed media canvas, making an abstract canvas, and she used air dry clay, and then that's what gave me the idea of using air dry clay. Yeah, Eileen, I think you're right. I think that causes some tension. Okay, so alright, so there's my flowers. And now the bliss. Alright, so now I need the little wee butterfly over here on the B of bliss. And the larger one over here. All right, my piece of paper, my embossing powder. This Judikins embossing powder is great stuff. The jar is twice the size of other brands, and it's about the same. It's like maybe $1 more. You get way more for your money with the Judikins. Nice. All right. That's gonna do the trick. Now that I know where stuff is, I'm going to be able to do more stuff. I have my yard sale is going to be the 24th of June. So I want to make sets of watercolor note cards, blank note cards. See if they'll sell along with my Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see that yet. Oh yeah, I can. Now, hey Susan, nice to see you. And now I'm going to my paper towel, spritz it, let it sit for a minute. So what's behind the embossing powder should be protected. Oh, oops, that was my coffee mug. Thank goodness it has a cover on it. It's empty anyway, but I don't want to rub, I just want to pat. I did clear embossing powder with my Versamark over the ink. Yes. And so now when it's not going to oxidize under the embossing. So I actually added Versamark. So I dried the ink. I think I'm going to do another spritz. Need a little bit more up from over here. There. See, isn't that a cool technique? I have no idea if anyone else has ever done this it's one of the two techniques that came to my mind whenever I saw what these inks would do. When I saw him demoing them. There. What do you think, guys? You like that? I think it's a cool technique. Thanks, guys. See, Susan, so what's underneath the clear embossing didn't oxidize, so it stayed bright. So I did the same thing on this one, Susan. It's a wall stamp. All right. So now I don't know if the next technique's gonna work as well as this one did, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. So for the next technique, I need a stamp. I need some solid kind of stamp. Let me see here. Okay, let me put my sponges away before I lose them. So next one I'm going to do with my browns first. I think because vintage photo. Oh, it'll work nice. The orange will work nice too, I think. And walnut stain. Yeah. Let's see what stamp. So I need some nice solid. It's my new stamping binder. That one might work nicely for my idea. Right, so that's an idea. Well, this one will work good. Okay. Oh, so will that. Got lots of them that'll work good. Oh, this one will be cool. All right, so I'm gonna take out this one. Oops, sorry. Birch trees, that diamonds, and the dots. Okay, because they've got some nice big prints. I'll try it with more detailed ones. I don't think it'll work with fine detailed ones, but just try it with a couple of these first. All right, so let's get these stamps safely to the container to go away later. Yeah, Susan, but the thing is, what I wanted to do was I wanted to do just a subtle background technique. Like, I would probably take this bliss Yeah, didn't want it. I wasn't going to do this on camera because I have to hold it up my nose for it to work. So I'm just taking my fine pen here. So putting the colored embossing powder on it would defeat the purpose of the technique that I wanted to do of keeping colors. All right. So this technique that I want to try, I need a piece of it. You could just use I could just use my mat, but it's probably quite dirty, so it's going to pick up color that I don't want it to pick up. So I'm just going to use a clean, oh, that one's got wrinkles in it. Hold on. I'm just going to grab page protector for this technique. All right, so let's do the two browns. I'm gonna do the birch trees. Oh, gotta get two clean ones, Jean. So Susan Happy Diane gave me the whole set of the Oxides and 2 Bristol pads when she was here to visit. I gave her one of my watercolors, a little doll dressed in New Brunswick tartan, and I gave her the flu. Wasn't that nice of me? Yeah, I was so kind. Brushed corduroy is my favorite brown in the Distress inks, but it's not out in the Oxides yet. Yeah, I know, I was too generous. I think she's finally feeling better too. For me, it's just my voice. But it's getting there. Okay, so. Oh. I forgot. I know, she came all the way up here and I was so sick I couldn't go with her to Nova Scotia to see Linda. There's not enough difference in those colors. I'm going to put some orange in there. Yeah, the plan, Susan, was for me to go with Cap and Diane to meet Linda, but it didn't work out that way. I'm going to put the orange right in the middle, I think. That'll brighten it up. See if it'll... Uh-oh. Yeah, a little bit. All right, so this plan is, first of all, I need to dry the orange. Oh, I know, Eileen. Wasn't that funny? Ha ha. That was a good one. That's why I tweeted you and said you have to go watch it. It's a good one, not a bad one. Bunny, just think a whole bunch of plastic pink flamingos and karate kicks. And you'll get the idea. Alright, so this technique is to take my spray bottle. I think I need to put my stamp on it, just so I have better control. My stamp block. So this one that I thought might work, have no idea if it's gonna work. We'll see, right? So I'm going to spray some water here. Right? I'm going to wet my stamp. And then I'm going to sit my stamp. Not going to press it too hard because I don't want the water to spread out, right? Bye, Denise. Thanks for dropping in. Hey, Ange. How are you doing? Glad to see you made it over. See? I want to keep that dark line. Oh, don't know if I'm going to be able to keep it all, though, because the heat gun is going to... Okay, let me sop some of it up. Oh, I don't want to use my good brushes, because there is dye ink in this. I'll use my not as good watercolor brushes. Oh, Dot, that's not nice. Thanks, Riley. Aw, Ange, I'm sorry. Ange is allowed to whine. Dorothy, you're not. That's perfect for the trees, isn't it? See, so see how it oxidized and removed a little bit of the dye ink where the wet stamp went. See, isn't that cool? Playing with my Oxide inks, Ange. There. How cool is that? And I'm going to have to clean this stamp with a baby wipe because that ink will transfer because it's not a permanent ink. Okay. Like that. All right, so now I'm going to do one with these stamps, one or two. So, Ange, there's one I did with embossing powder over the oxides to keep that part bright, and then I spritzed to lighten up some of the other. But look, even the nice the detail in the, as it's drying, it's showing up even more as the background dries. And then I did this one, which is a brick wall. And then this one used water on the stamp. You came in just as I was doing this one. Oh, stamp goes that way. All right, so let's see what Alright, I haven't used these two yet. So let's use these two. I think I'll use the orange with these. So, since I already have my orange. Go ahead, Ange. We're all good. Don't read it if you have a weak stomach. Eileen's asked me, which do I like better, the regular distress or the oxides? I don't know. I'm really loving these oxides. Let's just say the next set of oxides that they come out with the colors, I'll be buying them. Yeah, I really, really, really like them. Even just like straight. You know what, Eileen? I want to try my oxides on my jelly plate. Oh, because you know I love my oxides. You know I love my distress on my jelly plate. I want to try these on my jelly plate. Ooh. I may have to try that. I've got my little ones right here beside me. Hey, Z. Hey, Z, look what I've done so far. Some cool ideas of my own. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen anyone do this technique. So I'm using my Distress Oxides. I Versamarked and clear embossed a stone wall background. And then I spritzed the oxides so that everything behind the clear embossing stayed the dark color. Hey, Mildred. So I'm showing these for those of you watching the recording. I'm sorry, but I'm showing these again for people who have come into the chat since. Then I did this one. See? Same thing. Put down the oxides. Clear embossed those stamps. And then I spritzed the rest. Gosh, Ange, holy cow. And then in this one, I put down the ink. Oops, upside down again. I put down the ink. Then I spritzed my page protector with water. And I put the stamp into the water and then I placed it on the paper, let it soak in, and then lifted the stamp off, and I got the Carol. Yeah, you are so right. Okay. Our lovely Ange is in the room. Okay, so I'm going to start with my orange. I'll do like a diagonal. Dry it like Miss Eileen said. Thanks, Eileen. Worn lipstick. This won't be my favorite, but I'll use it because Happy Diane gave it to me. At least it's a bright pink. It's not baby pink. Ugh, hate baby pink. Pastel pink. Ugh. I wouldn't be able to use that one. Oh, really, Carol? Oh my gosh. Susan, be nice. It was bad enough the year that Eileen sent me a Valentine's card. Oh. Fired brick, I believe, right? Yep. This is one of my favorites. I love fired brick. That kind of nice orangey red. Oh, that's a lovely color. I think I'm gonna have to get the they're really expensive though, the refills. Refills are like $7 something each up here in Canada. Alright, so I'm going to do this the same way I did the last one. Put these away before they roll onto the floor on me. Alright. I don't need this huge one for these. Alright, all of my stamp... not all in here. I wonder where some of my stamp blocks are. Oh, I guess I do have to use the big one. Dang it. Well, I guess yeah, but it's because I have to pick up the water. I don't want to. Okay, so, oh, I better clean this while I'm waiting for that last fire brick to dry. Just make sure it's probably archival on it, because I usually clean them if it's not archival ink, but some is coming off, so it might be Versa Fine that I used. Versa Fine doesn't completely dry on rubber stamps, and that's what I was using to okay. So what I did is, I don't know if I'm going to do the diamond one. I think I'm going to do all circles on this one, I think. I'm going to do it a couple times. I was like, where's my spritz? So I'm spraying some water. I am setting my stamp in the water. I don't want to spray the whole stamp because I don't want to get the in-between places wet, because I don't want it to drip down onto the page. So that's why I'm not actually spraying the stamp. That's why I'm doing it this way. Oh, that's cool. All right, so I'm going to wipe it off so that I kind of have a clean. Not pressing, just letting the wet of the stamp do the work. There. See? Isn't that cool? I love it. All right. So, I'm going to get out my these are the first three that I picked up. So my triangle, my little circle, and my square. I need to clean them. So find my packing tape. Thanks, Bunny. Thanks, Z. Thanks, Susan. Thanks, Rebecca. Cool, huh? They'll make great cards. It's one of those things like people will say, how'd you do that? Be like, it's a secret. Watch my stream. I don't think the other side's used at all, so. I'll use that side. I don't know if I have enough sticky left on this to clean this one off or not. I need a new piece. New piece of tape needed. Dr. Dot was too busy crying in her soup to see Z come in. Why didn't you go with them, Dot? Oh, that side, I have to use this side because that side of the triangle came off when I was taking it off. It stuck to the packaging and tore the point of my triangle off. One more piece for the circle. Oh, that's kind of cool. It looks like a... Let me see. Looks like a planet. Well, it's got a great big dent in it. Anyway, let's see what happens. I will use these. Hold on. Alright, let's start. Where's another little piece of Bristol? Where are my blank pieces of Bristol? Where'd you go? Uh-oh. Where did they go? There they are. This is a test. This is only a test. Let's try. I'm not going to use my roller. I am just going to dab them right on. Then I'm going to spritz. Then press. Is everything okay? Oh, I meant to use my stand. Oh, never mind. I'll do it on the next one. Next layer. Look how pretty that is. Now, what I'm going to do with the next layer is I'm going to keep it next layer, I'm going to keep it solid. I'm going to use the round one. And I'm going to do the fired brick. And I'm going to stamp out I guess I should have spritzed it. Let's see what happens if I So they're really nice on the jelly plate too. Look at that, how fun. All right. I actually have a couple of colors that I didn't try yet. I did not try the iced spruce. Is that the only one I haven't tried? I think so. I think that's the only one I haven't tried. Alright, so with the iced spruce, I think I'll use... I'm going to use the orange, I think. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is... I'm going to do it opposite from how I did. I'm going to use a square one. I'm going to use the dots, I think. Thanks, Joan. I'm just playing around. So this is a lovely neutral green gray. Right, I'm gonna spritz it. Then I'm going to no, I think I'm going to do it solid. No, let's do it this way. See what happens. Oh, I don't think it's gonna, yeah, that's not gonna work. Hold on. Oh, it'll work if I just stamp it on a piece of card. That'll be better for a second background, for a top layer, not for the bottom. Yeah, I don't want that. Hold on. Let's put it on this piece of watercolor paper. I'm going to use the back side of this one because I don't really like this one. Oh, there's the rest of them. Oh, I thought I ran out. I knew I should have had another one still. Okay. Well, I guess it would have turned out all right after all. Dang it. Because it kind of all ran together. Would have been cool anyway. Well, what do you know? What do you know? You learn something. It's all playing. It's all play. Let's put on some more. Welcome back, Susan. I just had a little flub, so you didn't really miss much. All right, so iced spruce. And I liked what happened in the end there, so I'm gonna spritz it. And I'm going to don't worry, this is wet enough to stay wet. If not, I can always spritz it again. I want this background to be dry. It still has a little bit of the orange and the red on it. Quick way to make it dry, right? I Alright, so I'm going to spritz this again because it's dried on me. And this should just give me a darker texture layer underneath, a tone on tone underneath. Yeah. I want it to be wet enough to bead up on my jelly plate so that it gives a nice, makes it a little bit more transparent here. So I'm kind of using it more as a stamp than oh no, I need more color. I don't want to put the pad to the jelly plate when it's wet, just because I don't know what will happen. I don't know if it'll ruin the stamp pad or not. Oh! Someone's tweeting me or texting me, just a moment, in case it's my sister. Okay, so that's all right. So my niece sold her house. It was confirmed today. They signed the counter offer. Thank goodness. It was a lovely house, but she could not afford the mortgage as a single mom. So now she has to try and find a 2-bedroom apartment. But in New Glasgow, there aren't many apartment buildings that'll take kids. No decent ones anyway. None you'd want to live in. No, Z, this is my first time playing with them. But watercoloring with them is probably not something I will do. So if I'm going to watercolor, I'll do it with my watercolors, basically. Yes, it is. He's back in Germany, Susan. So now how do I want to do this? I think I want to, actually, I'm going to use the circle one. I'm going to get a baby wipe and clean it off. Where did my, oh, there it is. I have a plan. I'm going to use my circles. I'm just going to clean. Oh, I think it's ice spruces on them anyway. Okay. All right. Hey, Linda. So, Linda, I'm playing with my Distress Oxides. So, first, I did this. I put the color on, and then I clear embossed the wall stamp, VersaFine, and then when I spritzed them and they lightened up, what was under the what's under the clear embossing stays bright. Then I did this one with the same technique. Then with this one, I put the ink on the background, and then with my birch tree stamp, because I have a stamp that matches the embossing folder. So with the birch tree stamp, I put some water, spritz some water, put the stamp in the water, and then I just laid it on and let it sit for a little bit, and it took. Go back and watch my, Linda, go back and watch my stream, because I'm not doing it like everybody else is on the internet. So you might get it to work using these techniques of mine, because I'm not doing it like everybody else. And Eileen taught me a trick to put on the one color, dry it, and then it blends better. The next color blends better when you have the first layer dry. And then this one I did the same way, but with a dot stamp, removing the color with water. Hey, Trimus. And now I'm just doing some play with them on my, where did the one go for my, oh, there. I did this on my little jelly plates. So this is using the Distress Oxides and the jelly plate. I actually like them in their full strength, Linda, and not necessarily with the white oxide on them. But that's just me. Anyway, so, excuse me. I am, Linda. You know me, I like to do everything different than they're supposed to be used. I actually love the bright colors that they are. Okay, so what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to, for this layer, oh my gosh, my family's texting each other and I'm in on the party. So I'm putting this, and the reason I'm using this, for those of you who've come in since I started this, I'm using a page protector just because I'm not sure how clean my mat is, and I don't want to ruin my Oxide stamp pads by stamping on a dirty stamp mat. So figured it would just be safe. So I'm putting the water on the color. Then I know, true, Linda. Oh, Trimus, I forgot you were Melissa. Hey, Melissa. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Would you guys, I'm going to take myself out of that text because they've now got 12 texts. Oh, for heaven's sakes. cousins are talking to each other. Sarah's out in Vancouver, and Victoria. She's texting with Stacia. Can I leave that a second? I'll dry it in a minute, but I've got to pick up all this orange. Oh, yay, Linda. So I can text you anytime I want now? And it won't cost you? Oh, right. Like to reply? You guys are funny. I told you right off I wasn't going to like them with the spots on them. Don't know why you guys are confused. Okay, Linda, cool. Hold on. I'm gonna mute my phone because these guys are talking back and forth, and I don't want to take myself out of the conversation because then I'll miss it all. But I've got them muted, and I need to mute my computer. There we go. Now you guys won't hear all their texting. Exactly, Linda. Controlled splots. Exactly. It's kind of a neat, interesting color combo there, but it needs something else, so I'll have to use it as a background. This needs something else too. This needs I know what that needs. Okay, I'm gonna need this one. And I'm gonna need this one. See, on my stamp organization, all my stamps, I've got 7 binders of stamps, plus they're all indexed. Okay. I don't need... Alright, so I need this one first. What color? I think the red will be nice on that, wouldn't it? Fired brick. Here we come. Here it is, right on the bottom, of course. Oh, I'll put them on cards. I want to make sets of cards to sell at my yard sale. I'm having a yard sale June 24th at my cousin's. My cousin and I are using her driveway. And she's got stuff of hers and her father's, her parents, that needs selling still. And I have a whole bunch of craft stuff that needs sold. So rather than trying to do it on Kijiji and have a whole bunch of people wanting to come to my house to get stuff, I am going to be selling it. So this is a burlap, or yeah, it says burlap, but it's a really fine burlap. It's more like a linen. Linda. Yeah, exactly, Linda. But I've got the binders. I'm using 3 of the binders, and I'm putting all the stamps just in a bucket here beside me. And I can't move out of my chair without moving the binders. So I'm going to put them all back before I get out of my chair when my stream is done. Because I did way too much work. Oh, look. There was a thread. So now I've got a thread stamped on my background there. Right, now on the next one I'm going to have to put this on top because I don't really want to overlap. But it could be that small anyway. If I mess up this next part, then I'll just cut it to that size. And I can use this for strip to make the matching envelope. So that's usually what I do. So I cut my 9 by 12 into 4. And create some backgrounds. That's like when I'm jelly plating or whatever. And then I cut a strip to match the background, and then the rest will go on a Oh no, Ange. They are, Susan. Finally. I can get my art craft room back in order. I was going to do that this weekend, and then that didn't happen. I ended up sitting and relaxing instead. Watching videos because I had 3 days left in my Skillshare free month. So I'm like, oh no. Oh no, really, Diane? You mean, Linda, you mean the one with the cool edge and stuff? Oh. That sucks, Linda. Lost your Diane Reevely. And now, on top of that, I'm going to dry that. I'm going to use my text stamp. Oops. Oh, my heat gun's on my knee. Not a good place for it. Oh, Linda, that's too bad. maybe it got tossed in a non-crafty box that you haven't unpacked yet. I hope it didn't get lost forever. And Anne's gonna like this stamp. It's a dictionary page. And I'm gonna use my VersaFine black tuxedo black ink, or black onyx, whichever it is. Oh, yes, you do know a guy, Linda. And that guy is a girl. Christy. She's the same lady that brings her scrapbook store to my crops. There we go. So there's a nice background for a card. So I think I'm done. Gotta wash my hands. Tonight I'm going to swatch I have an idea for how I want to swatch my Shinhan watercolors so that I know how they glaze on top of each other. And so, but I have to organize and print some pages before I can do that. So, anyway. So let's go back and see what I've made. So happy Diane, if you're watching this recording, thanks so much for your kind gift. I love, 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 love. So that was kind of smack and drag 'em with a stamp, couple stamps on top. And then I did this on my jelly plates. I love that one, and I love this one. Love this one. That'd make a very nice man's birthday card or something. And then that one. So, I've got a nice start on some nice, lovely note card fronts. I just leave them blank inside as a... So, thank you everyone for dropping in for my show. I've got to rest my voice because it's getting very tired. And I do not want to overdo it. Uh-oh. Oh, just my heat gun fell off. Didn't quite have it on the container there. Okay. So, oh, nice. And your stepdad brought you ice cream. Enjoy that. So, thanks everyone. If you watched on recording, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.